The magic of more and most. Understanding comparative and superlative forms in English. Hello learners! Today, we are going to dive into an exciting aspect of English grammar: the usage of comparative and superlative forms. These forms are used when we want to compare two or more things. So let's explore how we can use these in our everyday English. When we compare two things, we use the comparative form. It's usually formed by adding "er" to the adjective, or by using "more" before the adjective. For example, John is taller than Mike. Or, this book is more interesting than the other one. But what about when we're comparing more than two things? That's when we use the superlative form. It's typically formed by adding "est" to the adjective, or using "most" before the adjective. For example, John is the tallest boy in the class. Or, this is the most interesting book I've ever read. The comparative form is used when we're making a direct comparison between two things. The structure is typically subject plus verb plus comparative adjective plus then plus object. For example, my car is faster than your car. In English, when an adjective is short, usually one syllable, we add "er" to the end of it. For example, tall becomes taller. But for longer adjectives, usually two syllables or more, we add "more" before the adjective. For example, beautiful becomes more beautiful. The superlative form comes in handy when we're comparing three or more things. The structure is subject plus verb plus the plus superlative adjective plus optional noun. For example, she is the smartest student. Like comparatives, we form superlatives in two ways. Short adjectives get "est" at the end, e.g., tallest, and longer adjectives get "most" before them, e.g., most beautiful. However, not all adjectives follow these rules. Some have irregular forms. For instance, good becomes better in comparative form and best in superlative form. Bad becomes worse and worst. These irregular forms need to be memorized. That wraps up our quick tour of comparative and superlative forms in English. Remember, practice is key to mastering these forms. Try to incorporate them into your everyday English. Thank you for joining, and keep up the good work in your English learning journey.